since this is going to be Ashley's last treatment, I went into my special stash of boosters and I grabbed the HydraFacial booster. It's one of their new ones that we're going to carry at some point. We just have to get rid of one of the boosters, and once we're out of the booster, we're gonna introduce the HydraFacial. So, like I was saying, the deluxe has the booster, but it also has LED. The platinum HydraFacial will also have the booster LED, but it's also going to have lymphatic drainage. That's why it's an hour and 45 minutes. That's why you're blocked for an hour and 45 minutes. I'm not gonna have the time to go through the full lymphatic drainage. I do have a printout that I'm gonna give you guys next week that goes a little bit more in depth on like the way that you should go. It's still like not necessarily like the Diamond Glow, but it's a little similar to it. And I think that's one of the reasons why, because I don't really think it's necessary in a HydraFacial, but I think they just decided to do it to compete with a Diamond Glow. Okay, so
The boosters?
the lymphatic drainage.
Lymphatic drainage, thank you, yes. That makes more sense.
Because HydraFacial's been around since, I believe, 2008. And I think Diamond Glow's only been around since like the 2010s. So I think Diamond Glow, Skin Medica created the Diamond Glow, and the way they made themselves different is the lymphatic drainage. But then HydraFacial was like, hey, lymphatic drainage, like we want to do that too. So then they came up with the lymphatic drainage. But like I said, I really don't think it's unnecessary. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and do my cleanse. I did this for the day class, and when I went to go do my second one, instead of grabbing my cleanser, I grabbed my moisturizer. And I was like, oh, that's right. Oh, that's right.
Just moisturize.
I'm gonna moisturize
Your makeup.
all your impurities away. Your skin's so nice. I don't even think you're gonna give me a discount.
The slight humming of the machine.
I love it.
Yeah, I know. I bet the clients do too. I have to sleep.
Yeah, because it's not like as loud as like the Diamond Glow. Like the Diamond Glow machine is so
Obnoxious.
loud.
This is like a hum. It's kind of nice. I'm about to fall asleep myself. For the new way to do this slip for the surge,
Yes.
will it show what instructor is available?
No, because it's not. It's by time now, not instructor anymore.
Okay, so it's just a random instructor
Yeah,
that's available.
yeah. Whoever's put in that block at the time, that is who will do it. So it could change like week to week, just depending on like coverage and things like that.
And do all these instructors use the same, what is it called?
Yes. Like grading system. Like
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So, I've done my cleanse, so I'm going to hit my protocols button again. I'm going to go to Platinum HydraFacial, and once again, it's telling me to do my pre-cleanse. I did that already. So I'm gonna hit continue. Yeah. The piece you're going to use for your lymphatic drainage is going to be this hand piece right here. It's like a little glass tube, and it lives on the side of the machine. It's gonna say that you should have your vacuum between 1 and 3. I think anything lower than 3, it's not enough suction, and you'll like keep like lifting up. So I like to keep it at 3. And what you're gonna do before you start your lymphatic drainage is you wanna open up their channel. So you're just gonna go and pump on their chest 3 times, and then after that, you are going to start your suction, and then the way to test it is just, and you'll hear it. So you can go here with your suggested pattern, and it's going to tell you the ways that you should be going. Like I said, just for time purposes, I'm not going to go through the full thing, and I'm going to give you guys a diagram to kind of walk you through the ways that it should go. There we go. Thank you so much. So I'm going to have you turn your head this way. So I'm going to start right here at the top of the ear. I'm going to use my pointer finger and just cut and then cover. And then I'm going to hold her skin top as I'm going down. And I'm gonna circle around under her ear. As soon as I get under her ear, I'm gonna double tap, and then I'm gonna take it down her neck. And I'm gonna do that same thing again. Get my suction, walk it down, take it under the ear, double tap, and go down.
And when you say double tap,
Like I'm
Like
literally
the
double.
circle.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a little tricky to get used to at first, but once you get the hang of it, it gets easier.
what do you call the hole?
Hmm?
What do you call the hole? Is there a name? Okay, just out of curiosity.
And then we're gonna go around the ear, double tap, and then yeah. So, each movement that you do, you're going to do 3 times, and you do it on each side. So now, just because so that I can make sure, at least, even though if I'm not going to give her a full lymphatic treatment, I'm going to make sure I get it on both sides. I'm going to go under your eye on the other side first. So I'm going to go here, and then line it through. We're gonna take it all the way down behind the ear, double tap, and then down. Does that suction feel okay? And then one more time. Do you want me to do my little thumbs up? Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute. It's funny.
And then do it right under your arm. I had to have the rep come out and train me on this, and like for a solid like 30 minutes, I felt like my brain and my hands like weren't talking to each other. So I won't even lie to you, like this, it's a little difficult, but like once you get it, it's okay. And honestly, I'm a fake it till you make it kind of esthetician. And really, at the end of the day, that's all you gotta do. The clients don't know what you're doing. As long as you are confident in your fake it till you make it, that's all that matters. You're gonna be like, oh my god, that was the best treatment I've ever had. Really, you're like, I didn't really do that right. But that's, you know, their eyes are closed half the time. They don't know what you're doing. So, once you are all done with that, you are going to stop your suction and you're just going to dock that right there. When you're cleaning your machine at the end, that gets wiped with a sandy wipe. Just be very careful with it too because it is glass, so it has the possibility to break. They're pretty durable, but still just be a little cautious with it. So, now, everything from here on out is pretty similar to what I just did with the signature. There's just a couple more things that we're gonna add. So, I'm going to grab my teal tip. I'm going to, my blue tip, I'm sorry. My blue tip, add that on. I'm gonna hit my arrow. I'm gonna turn my suction down. Now, you don't always have to turn your suction down to 14. This is just something I like to do just in case their skin is a little bit more sensitive, because sometimes that 16 is a little aggressive, especially if you're dealing with someone who has thin skin. I've seen someone hickey a client from it and leave like stripes all over them. So just be a little bit mindful about the suction. If you feel like you're getting too much erythema, then turn that suction down. I'm gonna turn my active 4 serum up. And then we are gonna get going. Alright, you ready? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be trying to do this for me. Can you scoot back for me just a little bit? Alright, so I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna dot, 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 dot. And then we are going to go. You gotta kind of play with the handpiece a little bit because there's 2 different areas for where that suction is coming out. There's one right in the middle and then there's another one right at the top. So you wanna make sure that you're getting full contact with both of those holes. But sometimes, like Sydney, sometimes I don't like to give her HydraFacials because she's got a really bony forehead, and people who have those bony foreheads, you can't get that good contact sometimes. No, no, this is because I'm flicking it like so fast, like all the like extra like droplets like
flying.
just
You're like flying everywhere.
That's what it was doing on Brie during the Antiox Plus. It was like I was like dabbing and it was just flying everywhere. Alright, and it's like it. Alright, so that was my first pass, so now I'm gonna go and do another one. I like how you stayed for breeze, but the breeze just did.
She's like, alright, later.
She's like, I'm good. She's like, I can't be in Europe too much more.
And just start crying.
Oh,
It's just so funny. I'm like sitting right there, it's like, I'm just thinking about sleeping. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You're so funny.
Well, half the time I was doing it, she was just looking up at me. I'm like, can you close your eyes, please?
Close your eyes, you're weird. That's so funny. She's free. Why are you listening to me? I'm like, right. Like, it's not like
I gotta go to the gym after this.
especially like up at me, like middle.
Tell my sister.
I'm like, you know what? That goggles for
Bro, literally, I'm telling you, sometimes I do that. Like, if I have clients that like just do not want to close your eyes,
So what?
put the goggles on you.
Yeah.
Protect your eyes.
Yeah.
I think
at some point.
I know where to go
So
and
never
never
close
do.
it. Never close it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Keep your eyes closed. You'll never know.
All right. So I am all done with my active 4. So now I'm going to move on to my peel.
Huh?
I guess maybe.
That's
Oh, you know what? All right. So now we are going to move on to the peel. I'm going to click that back. Let's see how good I can pull it. I'm going to hit my arrow. Have you had, what's the highest peel you've had with the HydraFacial? Oh my gosh, I'm so honored. Alright. And then I'm going to switch out my tip. Sometimes I notice that students will just put their tips back into the little portion cups that we have. Just toss them as you don't need them, just because it'll be a lot and then like they're with the other ones. So just keep them separate and just throw them straight into the trash. These ones are still gonna be.
My gym, they only brought the new Smith machine and the. Do they have no, they don't have like the no. I wish I did, but I mean I don't even like them because my knees are weak and super. Yeah. I don't like the machine because I feel like it's not as personalized. I don't know how to explain it. But you can make it though. Yeah, I feel like it's safer just because. No, it probably is. Yeah, Yeah? The one where it like straps? Oh yeah, we have that one too, but I mean, there's a different one with a bar? It's a strap.
Now, if you have a client who's getting like excessively red with this treatment, that's totally normal. Most of the time, the suction is coming from the erythema is coming from the suction. 95% of the time, especially when you're dealing with like lighter Fitzpatrick's. For some reason, HydraFacials just make people really red.
I did that shit once and I faded. I stay with my students. I've been doing the RDLs, yeah. Hydration. Yeah, because for the ear dehydration. So like you more so yeah.
People have been like leaving like little tiny ounces, like a drop.
Like, what is
I'm like,
that?
I'm like, just finish it, please. Just anybody. All right. So we are all done with the peel. Yeah, I finished that, which is what I wanted to do.
I'm just gonna wash it.
Okay. All right. What's my next step? What am I doing now? Beta HD with what tip? My teal tip. All right. So.
Beta, you do use the same one. Guys.
Yes. Beta, the peel and Beta HD get the same tip.
Okay.
And then the clear tip gets it too. But we're gonna get there. Blue. Oh, active 4. Active 4. Alright, Ashley's got poreless skin, so I don't think we're gonna get anything out of here, but you know, we'll try. But, you know, I don't really see anything that I could really pull out. So we'll see what we can get.
The juicy one on the side of your nose. I want to get that.
Never had contortion, like ever.
Stop touching your face.
I'm like that kind of person where like sometimes like I walk up to like the instructor, I'm like, have you had a HydraFacial recently? Like, I think you need one. And then like, and I was like, all right, I guess I got my karma because one day Danny was like doing something on me. She was like, Chelsea, you need a HydraFacial. I was like, stop, that's so mean. All right, so we're gonna go down her nose. I like to think of it as like you're driving your car. You're driving your car, trying to get in all those crevices. Get all that out.
Red therapy while you're just washing your face.
My first class I ever taught, I had a student who would like, there was one like dedicated person to record the demos, and she would sit like right behind me and like be like right over my shoulder and like move with me. And then like one day I like backed up and I like backed up into her, and I was like, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, no, I was like, just come sit on my lap. I got you, babe. I was like, we can do this together. I was like, we got it.
Read the room,
Thank you so much. So I'm so used to it. There's no such thing as personal space. Please, I honestly, listen, physical touch, that's my love language. Sydney's whole pregnancy, this has been me in the office with me and her. She's my emotional support pregnant woman. I don't know what I'm going to do when she goes on maternity leave. I was like, I'm going to come see you every single day because I don't know what I'm going to do having to go to work without you. You know, just bring the baby here. Who needs to be at home with a newborn? Just bring him here. I'll watch him.
It's a boy?
We'll make, she's having a boy. His name's going to be Dallas. He's just going to be a little cute.
I told her to give her son a mullet. I see her son having a mullet.
So like Sydney's like blonde hair, blue eyes, but like her husband is like, he has brunette hair and like dark features. I was like, listen, not that I don't love your blonde hair, blue eyes. I said, but I really hope he does not look like you. I really hope. I really hope. All right. So after we go in and do the extractions, now this is where it gets a little fun and funky. So if we were doing a signature HydraFacial, we would be doing the clear tip. We would be doing our system rinse, our clear neutralizing, and then clear tip and antiox plus. But with the deluxe and the platinum, it's gonna get a little fun and funky. So we are going to put our cleansing cap on. Beta HD is off. System rinse is up. We're gonna hit our next button. It's gonna tell us to do the system rinse. While that's doing its thing, we're gonna neutralize. Do you feel itchy, tingly? On there?
And then if there's any steps that were like a little iffy on the first time we were doing a training, would we be able to ask like for an instructor's assistance?
Absolutely. Now we're gonna go in and neutralize.
What's gonna be this amongst the nose, right?
That is Kiss and Twist. That's gonna be for the booster. Antiox Plus was dab and hold. So that's so yeah. Let's see in just a second. No, you're fine. I was doing Bree's HydraFacial and I'm doing the last step and all of a sudden Bree looks up at me and she goes, I'm getting teary eyed because I'm thinking about Ashley fucking out. I say in an hour? It was 8:30. I was like, we have a full hour before that happens.
Good lasers.
Yeah. That's right. Thank God because I do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here for it.
I really like it. And anything brows.
Oh my God, I did a HydraFacial on Sam on Tuesday. The chunk that she had floating in there was so gross. Oh, it was so gross.
One time I spilled an entire Davico Gumby jar. It not only on me, but it was literally went down my scrubs into my top. I've never taken my clothes off faster in my entire life. Yeah, that was real gross. Yeah, I was holding it like this, and I went to set it down, and literally just. Delicious. Or like I grabbed the dermal thing.
Do you feel tingly or itchy anywhere else?
Anyway, but towards me would have been great. It's fine. It's fine.
Should that hyaluronic acid?
Yeah. That's like a bleach bath right there. Yeah. It's so weird to see you guys not in lasers.
I know. That's what me and Sue have been saying all day. Like this little like switch around that we had to do. Was so bad.
Especially because it was like it's Wednesday to Thursday. Like it
Yeah.
was not like a whole new
That's
week.
typically not how we do things. Typically we would start on a Wednesday. This chemical peels it's easy information, but it's a lot of information, and to try and do it within the 2 days, it's a lot with this new curriculum. So, all right, she is all neutralized. All right, you guys ready? Because I'm gonna throw a curveball at you.
Ready.
So, we are not going to move on to Antiox Plus yet. We are going to do the booster. So now the booster is going to be treated the same way as the peel. Is I'm going to take my white piece out. I'm going to grab my booster, click that in, and I'm going to grab my clear tip. So when you are doing a deluxe and a platinum HydraFacial, the clear tip is done with the booster and Antiox Plus. So I'm going to turn my suction down. I'm going to start. It's the HydraFacial.
Love that.
It's like it feels so silky. Like the consistency of it
Oh,
is
yeah?
so nice.
I love that.
All right, so now Antiox Plus was a dab and hold. The boosters are going to be a kiss and twist. So we're going to kiss and twist. And the reason why we're doing that kiss and twist motion is because we want to infuse that serum into her pores.
Does the antiox not infuse if you don't kiss and twist?
No, it's not that it's not infused, but it's a thinner serum, so you don't necessarily have to like push it in as much. And you'll kind of see, so HydraFacial's tips have this really cool thing that they've even trademarked of like their double vortex. I sometimes even get like lost in like watching it go through the little double vortex. But like sometimes when you like lift up, you'll see the indentation on their skin. That doesn't mean your suction's not like too high or anything like that. That's normal. Bless you. All right, so once you have done your booster, now most of the time these boosters are gonna be in these funky little colors. So like it's a little bit harder to see like where you ended. So not a big fan of that, but it's okay. So we are going to keep our clear tip on and we are going to turn on our Antiox Plus. But before we move on to that, you're gonna hit your arrow and we're gonna get fun and funky again. And we are going to do LED. Now, there are LED attachments on the side of the machine. You have 2 blue light attachments and 2 red light attachments. Those ones, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come back out to the home page and then you're gonna hit the LED light therapy and then you're gonna pick if you want the red light or the blue light, and there's only one of each. And if you're doing this, you're going to grab goggles. It's the only time you'll ever need goggles for a HydraFacial if you're doing that. If you're doing a signature HydraFacial, you don't need to grab goggles. When you are working with these LED lights, they're shaped, they've got a weird little shape to them, but on the back of them, you're gonna have these 2 little buttons. Not like buttons, but I like to call them indicators. And these are going to be sensors for you to place your hands. Oh, I know, okay, you're gonna laugh at me. Can you scoot down a little bit?
Yeah.
Did you know what I'm gonna do? All right, so these are really weird in the fact that you have to make sure that your hands are on these sensors. If your hands are not on these sensors, then they're going to turn off. So this is how I like to tell you guys to turn on the sensors. You're going to put them down on the bed on each side of your client and you're going to have the lights face down. You are going to open your palms nice and wide and firmly grasp them. And then you're gonna grab them, and then oh my god, the lights are on. And then you're gonna do 12 minutes total, or 4 minutes in each quadrant, and then you just go. And you just
goggles for this?
you would have goggles. I just forgot. Honestly, that's like my brand. I will forget at least, right, Ashley? I will forget at least one thing each demo. My excuse is I'm just a girl. You know, if you ask me why I do anything, it's because I'm just a girl.
It's very valid.
You do your LED and then you move on. So now we're gonna move on to our Antiox Plus. Do you want to scoot up? Yes, you can scoot up. That's my favorite part about them. They're like, what? They looked at me like I was insane when I did that. They were like, can we get a t-shirt?
I slip on my freaking
It's part of the trick.
Yeah. Sorry,
You grabbed the wrong.
sorry, it's just a part of the surface. Lymphatic trick.
You know, just give them a little warning depending on like how hard you're gonna like slam the bed. You know, just let them know and be like, hey, you're gonna feel like a little bit of an earthquake in just a second. Or you can just like blame it on the washing machine. Be like, oh my god, we have industrial sized washing machines. You know, sometimes the room shakes.
That's a good shake.
Ass. The whole time I'm doing my grandma's.
That's where we used to keep the HydraFacials in one of those rooms, and I was like, we gotta move this. I was like, I can't stand the way that sounds.
There were
Like, sorry, grandma, I didn't know this happened.
There were girls gossiping while I had like a random client, and she was like, "What is that noise? It's so annoying." So I was like, "Okay, I'll go like shut the doors." Ask
know.
them to
These
please
walls are so
be quiet.
thin. When we first moved into this building and we had the washing machine and dryer, at our old building we didn't have those. Like we had like a laundry service that we would use. So for like the solid like first month, we thought we were having earthquakes every 30 minutes because we didn't know like the whole So like all of our messages were like, "Did you guys feel that earthquake?" It's just the washing machine. There's no earthquake.
At the end, I'm like, please don't break down. Please don't break down. It's my fault because I'm
She just
here.
walked down the hall like, sorry, I just saw the facts.
Yeah, so they're apparently only doing clock outs upstairs, like the ding ding ding, because the restaurant complained that we're loud.
Really?
Yeah.
The room?
Yeah.
Get a room.
Goodness gracious, it's kidding.
I was here for
So nice.
I was so ready.
Someone's gonna be picture ready.
I think I'll
Now both going down there.
The owner has
Or maybe like good morning. We were about to fuck out.
Right.
We are. We're going to the side of the restaurant.
Alright, so we are all done with the Antiox Plus. It's giving glazed donuts. We're going to turn on our system rinse and go home. While I am doing that, I'm going to apply her moisturizer. I grabbed triple lipid for you too. Just to make it easy. You know, I don't think did we have triple lipid when I was in class with you guys? And did I tell you that I
just started. Like we just got it.
Yeah, I don't think I told you guys that I don't. That wasn't on my list of things I told you guys that I don't like.
Sorry.